When you say the word modders, there's a lot of negativity behind the word. Normally the first thing that comes to your mind is people ruining a fun experience for everyone. That's at least my own experience with modders. Nonetheless, modders have taken the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition into their own hands. Since Rockstar can't be bothered fixing their own game, which, by the way, a multi-million-dollar company who earns millions is outclassed by a modding community who probably work part-time or full-time but still manage to clean up Rockstar's joke edition. The last couple of days have been a disaster, especially for anyone who bought the GTA Trilogy on PC. Rockstar had to completely shut down their own servers so they could investigate in their files to remove unlicensed music and some features such as hot coffee. I'm pretty sure Rockstar had a lawsuit filed against them over this and they had to pay out something like $20 million as a result. It's very obvious Rockstar published the trilogy without reviewing the content before making it available. So this alone already proves they weren't bothered at all. And all they cared about was the sales and how much money they could rack up before people started complaining about the current state of the game. Congratulations Rockstar, you have truly achieved your dreams. The most common visualization across all three of the games is of course the rain, which is a major factor in the GTA trilogy. Just in general, the rain is a huge feature in the Grand Theft Auto games because obviously it's part of the weather and it's just how it is. So the modders have managed to make the rain more realistic and suit the gameplay, making it more playable without any problems whatsoever. As you can see, I do have a video and I will have a link in the description to the modders who actually created these game clips because these are just so perfect. Honestly, this has probably taken somebody a couple of hours just to make the rain more seeable, more playable. Most importantly, it doesn't block your vision. Whereas Rockstar's edition, they seem to have the rain like blocks. What's the deal here? Like, what are Rockstar Games doing here? I understand Rockstar Games are the publishers and the game was designed, more than likely all of it was designed by Grove Street Games, but at the end of the day Rockstar Games also worked on this edition as well, so it's very obvious that Grove Street Games have no idea at all how to design a remaster. Well, I say remaster, but this really isn't a remaster. I mean, they've upped the textures, but everything else is just an absolute joke. It's not even a remaster at all. I mean, this is just simply a port from the Nintendo Switch brought over to the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 and call it a definitive edition. Like, it's really not a definitive edition at all. Honestly, like, how can somebody make features in the GTA trilogy so much better? As you've probably heard by now, it's taken Grove Street Games and Rockstar 2 years to develop this so-called definitive edition. Like, come on, how does it take 2 years to develop this edition? And yet, within a week, somebody has already making the game look so much better than what we have. Come on, it's just not acceptable. It's really such a joke. And honestly, I was so suspicious when Rockstar, or Take-Two Interactive, should I say, when Take-Two Interactive started shutting down modders and filing lawsuits against people who were, you know, basically taking their games and making them so much better. But of course, in their eyes, this is them losing money, and of course, it's trying to basically steal people away from them. If you have one guy on one hand who is providing free, okay, maybe people might donate or, you know, have a Patreon account or something for people to donate to or keep the person going. But if you have one person on one hand who is willing to put in the time and make really great mods or versions of Rockstar's GTA games, then you have Rockstar on the other hand who claim to have worked on this trilogy for 2 years, give us a broken game, can't even make simple weather changes to make the rain look anyway decent without interfering in the gameplay. Alongside that, they basically give us a game full of broken animations, glitches, missions not loading, missions disappearing, all sorts of bugs and crazy glitches. I'm sure you guys over the last couple of days have probably seen multiple videos of glitches and bugs. You can make your own judgment on that. So like I said, you've got one person on one hand who was willing to put in the time, and then you got Rockstar on the other hand who is giving us basically scraps of more or less a day's work, and they call it a definitive edition. I know who I'm choosing. I'm going with the guy on the left hand because clearly they know something Rockstar don't. Leave a comment in the comment section on what you think of the changes in the GTA Definitive Edition. I mean, from the modders who have changed some of the features to make them look better. Let me know down in the comment section on what you guys think of this. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and of course subscribe for more videos here on my channel.